We are now recording the session. You're requested to mark your attendance, please. Quickly mark your attendance, please. 17. One more person has still to mark their attendance. There are 19 people. I do not mark my attendance because I am your teacher. आई अल्लाह जी, ये फिर आ गई जी जाना। ढूंढ के दे दूंगी, ठीक है ना? बच्चे पहन के आए हुए, मैं सदके जाऊं, मैं आपको दे दूंगी बाद में। अभी मेरी जान, मेरी क्लास हो रही है, मैं आपको बाद में ढूंढ के, पक्का प्रॉमिस, मैं आपको ढूंढ के दे दूंगी, ठीक है? चलें। अच्छा जी। See, I can be nice to my children. I'm not a very bad mother. चलें। Okay, you can now see the screen. I have already shared this text with you previously. We are going to quickly revise Sultan Ahmed Mosque. The text was very easy. उन्हीं दिनों मैंने वो कोसम सुल्तान भी देखा हुआ था, in which you had the Sultan Ahmed from Turkey. Sultan Ahmed Mosque is also called the Blue Mosque, and it is located in Turkey, in Istanbul, Turkey. It is Yes, it is. It was constructed by Sultan Ahmed, who was one of the emperors of the Ottoman Empire. And it was also a trend back in those days that if the Sultan constructed a mosque, the mosque would be accompanied with a tomb for for the emperor, but not only the tomb, but also a madrasa where Islamic, where religious and scientific education was given to the students. A hospice is a place where the needy people, they can come and they can live over there, and they can seek refuge as well. And also, yes, a hospice, a madrasa, and a place, what you call it, that place where you can like free charitable food was also given to the people. Also remember that the Blue Mosque seeks its inspiration from Hagia Sophia, which was basically a Byzantine church, which was later converted into what you call it, a mosque. But the Blue Mosque was originally constructed by by seeking inspiration from Hagia Sophia. It was constructed in 1906. The Sultan did not reign for a very long period of time, and before the construction of the mosque was completed, Sultan passed away. It was by his son that the mosque was inaugurated. Also, to note is the person, the architect for the mosque was someone named Mehmet Agha. ओ सदफहार मेहमत आगा सामने लिखा हुआ है, मैम आपको नजर नहीं आ रहा? Okay, the royal Sadafahar Mehmet Agha was appointed as the royal architect for the construction of the mosque. He was the one who constructed the draft for the layout for the mosque. Acha. Then, other than this, the interior and the exterior, the way they are decorated, hold a lot of importance because they reflect the Islamic architecture. The use of tulips was, used Why? Because tulips represent royalty. Other than that, and then there, the tiles were handmade ceramic tiles, which were mostly blue in color, and they, decorate the interior of and the domes of the what you call it, the mosque. Also, a heavy chain was hung at the entrance. The special entrance, there was a special entrance for the Sultan, and a heavy iron chain hung above it, so that every time the Sultan would enter, he would have to lower his head, so that it would be a reminder to the Sultan, so that he will remember that he is, although he is the supreme emperor, but there is a divine being above him, to whom the Sultan has to bow. The whole world bows to the Sultan, but the Sultan bows to the divine God. Okay, and then we talk about the interior of the mosque. Uh, 20,000 handmade ceramic tiles cover, the inside of the mosque. They're beautiful, and all the tiles are painted blue, and the floors are covered in the Turkish and Iranian carpets, basically the Turkish carpets, which are beautiful when it comes to their um, designs. Okay. Then again, the madrasa and the hospice, they were part of the mosque, along with the tomb of the founder of the mosque, the sultan. Basically, these were basically, again, the madrasa was to acquire not only the Islamic knowledge, but the religious education as well. Along with religious education, although this is not given in your text in the book, but the basic sciences, astronomy, algebra, Arabic, and Persian were taught in at the madrasa. So, and remember, that was the time when Muslims were at their peak. The Muslims were living in their enlightened era, whereas the Europe was going through the dark ages. So it was at these madrasas that such arts were taught to the Muslim people, and they wrote, books upon books, which are still taught at many of the, leading universities of Europe, especially the books written by Jabir bin Hayyan on biology and physics, and there are many others by on mathematics. नहीं जाना, मैंने आपको कल मना कर दिया था कि फोन नहीं होगा. अभी एक और क्लास है, वो ले लें, फिर उसके बाद हम कुछ और करेंगे, फिर हम फन करने बैठ जाएंगे. ठीक है? ओके. So your last question is, who constructed the Mosque Sophia? Mosque Sophia was constructed by the Byzantine Emperor Justinian. It was basically a church which was later on converted into a mosque, and it was modified from being a church into a mosque. Today, last year, yeah, in June 2020, the Mosque Hagia Sophia was till June 2020. Hagia Sophia was, basically used as a museum, but now it has been restored by the current Turkish government into a mosque again. Part of it is still being used as a mosque, as a museum, but most of Hagia Sophia is again being used as a mosque all over again for the Muslims. All right. Moving over, we come to your vocabulary. The first exercise is based based on your vocabulary words. They are synonyms and their synonymous thesaurus meanings, or synonymous words. For the word embellish, you have decorate. For the word integrate, you mean put together. Splendor means magnificence. Majesty also means magnificence. I think there is a mistake. Illuminate means to light up. I think there is a splendor means grandeur. This is wrong. It means grandeur. Okay? And majesty means magnificence, something which is majestic, something which is very grand, um, based relevant to the royalty. Illuminate means to light up. Okie dokie. Moving onwards, you have exercise B, which is circle the correct antonym for the given choices of the underlined words. The Sultan Mosque is one of the most impressive monuments in the world. Impressive's opposite is unimpressive. So, situated in Istanbul, the largest city in Turkey, largest opposite is smallest. Antonyms means opposites, okay? A heavy iron chain, heavy opposite is light. The upper level of the interior is adorned with blue paint. Upper opposite is lower. The floors are covered with carpets. Covered का opposite exposed होता है. I hope that you have the same answers in your book as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Exercise C was supposed to be done on your notebook. You had to find out the meanings of the following words and then use them in sentences of your own. The words are impressive, dexterously, spacious, humility, and flamboyant. Impressive is something that can impress you, that leaves an impression on you, that leaves a positive impression on you, makes you want to follow the same thing. Dexterously means to put in a lot of hard work with a lot of effort. Spacious is something which has a lot of space that can accommodate a lot of things, that can accommodate a lot of people. Humility means to be humble, to be down to earth. Flamboyant means overly decorated, um, extraordinary. Just a minute, my phone is ringing. फिर ना मेरे बच्चों को पता नहीं क्यों क्लास के टाइम याद आता है कि इन्होंने ना तंग करना है एक दूसरे को. Okay, then come your abbreviations. We have done them quite in detail. There are a lot
Yes,
in
ma'am.
number. बहुत easy हैं. All of them are very easy. I will share the same text on Google Classroom so that you can check your answers again. Okay? Okay, then we come to position of adverbs. Again, this was done in quite detail with you guys, but again, I will share, I will give you a little, oh, I will revise them with you quickly. You have adverbs are of three kinds: adverb of manner, place, and time. These are placed after the intransitive verbs and after the object of a transitive verb. Okay, it is snowing regularly. Snowing is a transitive verb, and exactly after the it is an intransitive verb. Intransitives are the ones which do not change their shape. ठीक है? Snow, snowed, snowed, snowing. ठीक है? No new knowing, sorry, no new known, knowing. This is an intransitive. This is going to be a transitive verb. अच्छा, transitive intransitive भी छोटा सा करवा देंगे हम. ठीक है ना? अच्छा. Um, it is snowing regularly. The adverb is coming directly after the intransitive verb. Because it is snowing regularly, since the action is happening, we get to know that the way it is happening, so we will call it manner. Manner means the way something is done. Okay, I shall go there. There shows you what place something is uh, going to, where, मैं खुद कंफ्यूज हो रही हूँ कि मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ. ठीक है, अच्छा. Again, regularly shows manner, that is how something is happening. Okay, I shall go there. There tells you where something is going to
Please.
take place, where the action is going to take place. I went to Lahore yesterday. Yesterday tells you when something has happened, when the action took place. Okay? Oh, I'm so sorry about this horrible N. Now, how, where, and when something takes place are basically your adverbs of manner, place, and time. Frequency, how regularly something happens. Okay, now adverbs of frequency are normally placed before the verb or between the helping verb and the main verb. These adverbs answer the question how often. Okay, how often something happens. Although manner means how, this talks about how often. Okay, following are adverbs of frequency: always, never, gradually, often, rarely, sometimes, seldom, usually, and frequently. These 9 are your adverbs of frequency. Okay, there are 9 of these. Okay, look at the examples. I never tell a lie. The verb is tell. Since you just read up over here, they are placed before the verb or between the helping verb and the main verb. There is no helping verb over here. You only have the main verb over here. So the adverb is coming before the verb. I have never seen. Now, this is your helping verb and this is your main verb. Your adverb is coming in between. Okay? I have never seen a tiger. Helping verb is have, main verb is tell. We usually go to China in June. Go is your main verb, usually is coming before the verb. She always speaks the truth. Speaks is your main verb and always is going to come before because it is showing frequency. You have often guided me in studies. Often is your adverb, guided is your main verb, and have is your auxiliary or your helping verb. Take care. That is why it is coming in the middle. Adverb is usually placed between a helping verb and the main verb. ठीक है? He will certainly learn the lesson. He will is the helping verb and learn is the main verb. Certainly is your adverb. ठीक है? यही सारा कुछ इधर explain हुआ है. She is still waiting for you. Is the helping verb and waiting is your main verb. When an adverb modifies an adjective or another adverb, it is usually placed before it. Okay? That is, adverb always comes before the adjective that it describes the quality of. Modify करने का मतलब होता है उसकी quality बताना. In the coming examples, you will notice that adverb will come before the adjective. This is a very interesting book. Interesting is your adjective. Very is your adverb. ये देखें सारा कुछ यहाँ पे सामने मैंने लिखा हुआ है. ठीक है? He is quite happy. Happy is the adjective, quite is your adverb. She is rather lazy girl. Girl is the noun. Lazy is your adjective. Okay बेटे, rather is your adverb. ठीक है? I have is आपका verb है और she आपका subject या pronoun है. ठीक है? I solved only two sums. Sums again आपका noun है. Two is your adjective. Only is your adverb. So adverb always comes before the adjective. अगर कोई इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन नहीं है तो मैं अभी चैट नहीं देख रही. ठीक है? इफ देयर इज नॉट
एम ही बच्चे लिख
No,
रहे
ma'am.
यार फिर मैं चैट
Important.
डिसेबल कर देती हूँ अगर आप लोगों ने नहीं पढ़ना. आप बस ठीक है ना. यही यही हरकतें करें सलमान, तो उसके बाद पेपर में भी ना यही सारा कुछ करना आप लोग. ठीक है ना? डू नॉट रन सो फास्ट. डू नॉट इज योर इंपेरेटिव. रन इज योर वर्ब. सो इज योर एडवर्ब. And fast is your adjective. ठीक हो गया? ओ यहां पे ये मैंने adverb क्यों लिखा हुआ है इसको? ये देखो अपनी गलतियां निकल रही हैं मेरी. चलो जी. Now, the next adverb we are going to talk about is enough. The adverb enough is always placed after the word it modifies. That is, if adverb is going to modify an adjective, it is going to come after the word it modifies. I am having a class, please let me be. नहीं अभी नहीं मैं कर रही. गुड़ियों के कपड़े हम बाद में भी पहना लेंगे. Now over here, he was kind enough. Now kind is an adjective. ठीक है? Enough is going to come after it. Over here, these were the adjectives. Adjective से पहले आ रहा था आपका adverb. ठीक है? लेकिन enough is the only what you call it adverb which will come after the adjective or the word that it modifies. Normally an adjective. ठीक है? अब इन examples में kind, bold, young तीनों are adjectives. So enough is preceding it. ठीक है? उसके बाद आ रहा है. Preceding, what does precede mean? Precede mean कि उसके पहले आ रहा है. ठीक है? It is following it. ठीक है ना? उसके बाद आ रहा है. Kind enough, bold enough, young enough. And next you have when an adverb emphasizes the whole sentence or asks the question, it is used in the beginning of the sentence. Fortunately, he passed. Unfortunately, she failed. Down came a brick. Where are you going? ठीक है? ये सब examples हैं. In all these examples, you can see that the adverb is being used at the start, at the beginning of the text. So, when an adverb emphasizes the whole sentence, जब वो पूरे sentence को emphasize करे, या फिर it asks question, in only these two cases, it will be used in the beginning of the sentence. Now, last point, when there are two or more adverbs after a verb, the normal order is M, manner, place, time, MPT. ठीक है? Ahmed sang sweetly in the class yesterday. Sweetly is the adverb of manner. In the class is place and yesterday is the time. ठीक है? He studied hard at school last year. Hard is showing the adverb of manner. At school is showing the place, adverb of place, and last year tells you the adverb of time. I shall go there early. There is the adverb of place and early is the adverb of time. I shall. अच्छा, मैनर और टाइम का भी हम कोई देख लेते हैं एग्जाम्पल. He was eating hungrily at night. You are not going to go downstairs. ठीक है? Okie dokie. Then come your, this exercise was supposed to be done on your notebook. Place the degree adverbs at the appropriate positions. Obviously, this was very easy if you understood the 7 points that were given in the previous exercise. Doing this exercise was quite easy. Finally, you had the degrees of comparison in the adverbs. You have the positive, comparative and superlative degrees. Remember, compare आप हमेशा दो चीजों को करते हैं. पॉजिटिव होता है एक के लिए, कंपैरेटिव होता है दो के लिए, और सुपरलेटिव होता है more than two things. They can be three, they can be four, they can be more than anything. More than two is superlative. ठीक है? 6 minutes ago, yes I know, लेकिन इसको क्विकली कर लें ताकि आपको पता हो कि आपने पेपर टेस्ट में क्या करना है. कोई ऐसी वो रोबोटिक साइंसेस नहीं है, बहुत आसान है. ई आर लगता है तो कंपैरेटिव बन जाता है, ई एस टी लग जाता है तो वो सुपरलेटिव हो जाता है. फिर देर आर सर्टन एडवर्ब्स जिनमें आप एल वाई, जिनके एंड पे एल वाई यूज होता है. द एडवर्ब्स विच एंड विद एल वाई, उनके पहले आप कंपैरेटिव में मोर एंड सुपरलेटिव में यू ऐड मोस्ट. ठीक है? देन कम्स योर नेक्स्ट कैटेगरी in which the word completely changes, just like in your certain nouns, sorry, verbs change their form. Similarly, certain adverbs change their form. For example, there is you have good, bad, good, better, best. Similarly, badly, ill or badly, worse, worst. Far, farther or further, farthest or furthest, little, less, least, much, more, most, well, better, best. Take it. Then your task was in exercise B to complete the table by adding the appropriate degree of superlative and comparative. This was super duper easy. And then you had to use the degree of comparison in sentences as given below. He kept much patience, he kept more patient, he kept most patience of all. बहुत easy exercise थी ये भी. And with that we come to the end of our lesson. ठीक हो गया? कोई ऐसी डिफिकल्ट टेक्स्ट नहीं था ये, इसको अच्छे से याद कर लेना है. ऑन फ्राइडे आई विल कंडक्ट अ टेस्ट. ठीक हो गया? गिव मी अ थम्स अप. Show me a thumbs up if you have understood. कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो मुझसे किसी भी टाइम पूछ लेना है, लेकिन कोई इंसानों वाला टाइम रखना. ठीक है? ओके.
किसी भी टाइम, लेकिन किसी
हाँ जी,
भी
किसी भी टाइम. नहीं 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 भाई, गलती हो गई, बोल दिया मैंने किसी भी टाइम. किसी भी टाइम नहीं.
सबने रिकॉर्ड कर लिया है मैसेज, अब ये आपके अगेंस्ट
बस.
ओके. ओके, विद दैट वी कम टू द एंड ऑफ द लेसन. एक्स्ट्रा टाइम मैंने जरूर ले लिया, लेकिन मसला ये था कि शुरू में मैंने अपनी गलती की वजह से टाइम जाया किया. ये भी मैं मान रही हूँ रिकॉर्डिंग में. चलें जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच.